Hi guys, welcome back to Abigail Acres. Today we're going to be setting up our bird feeding station. So when we first moved out to the property, it was pretty much rampant with feral cats. I have located where they were coming from, and we've talked with the neighbors, and the cat population has decreased beautifully. So when we first moved out here, we had no birds, we had no squirrels. We've been out here 7 months now. They've worked on starting to rehome some of the cats, and the population's going down and the birds are coming back. So far we've seen some doves, some crackles, some robins, blue jays. I've seen a couple little sparrows, but it's nice to hear them back. So I want to encourage them being here because it is part of like the natural biodiversity of the farm. And they're just going to be good for bugs in general once gardening season's up and going. So we're going to, excuse me, Ted, we're going to put together our bird feeding station. So I've just gotten this one offline. I have all our bird feed and things ready, and we're going to bring them all outside and start setting up. And then last year, because we knew we were moving out here, I also purchased a bird bath that I'm gonna put out near the feed station. So I'm gonna get all this stuff outside and then we'll talk there. So it did just come in this box. So I'm gonna go through and unwrap everything. I apologize about the wind today, but this is my free time to set up. So it came with the feeders and all the bits and pieces to put it all together. So I'm gonna unpack this all, get it together, and then I will show you guys where we're gonna put it and what it looks like. So I was just outside unpackaging everything and I brought in the garbage, so I figured outside of the wind, I'll just give you guys a peek. So it does come with the squirrel baffle. So it came with 3 pieces, so I'm gonna put those together so then the squirrels don't climb up. And then everything just kind of twists into place. So I'm gonna go outside and put that together, but I figured I'd just give you guys a look at all the pieces that come with it. So it did come with 4 feeders, a flat feeder, and then a water dish. I'm gonna put another food in the water dish, just because I do have the bird bath next to it, but this is it. So let's get outside. All right, so you can see I have it together. It's in the ground. I did like the bottom of this one. It was 5 prongs. Everything just screwed to get like twisted together with these. The most difficult part, you would say, was just putting all the screws and the other ends. Sorry for my lack of technical terms, but that was the easiest or the hardest part of this whole contraption. It is on a bit of a slope. We'll figure it out. But now I can start adding the feeders. So I decided to place it here because we have this whole rock area and this whole windrow. This is where I see the most birds, and this is outside a window that we're aiming to be our library. So I'll be able to sit, drink my tea, and hopefully watch some birds. So here we're going to start with the bowls. So like I said, this is probably meant for water once clear, has no holes. I've cut up an orange, and then this one is getting sunflower seeds. So let's go put them up. So the next we have is this little cage, and so I got a sweat block. So this one's hot pepper. We're going to see if our peppers like it. I see a lot of woodpeckers now that we're picking up out of the woods. Like I said, last year when we got here, the woods were silent. Not one darn noise. So I'm excited to start feeding them. The next feeder I'm going to fill is this one. I'm actually, the pig's falling out. But I'm going to do some peanuts and shells because I know we have peanuts for a fact. There's a bunch of them. So I'm going to put some peanuts in. And last but not least, we have your typical bird feeder. So I am just going to fill that up with some bird seed and we'll get from there. All right, so this is what it looks like all loaded. Problems I do foresee happening. As I was filling the other stations, I was watching the wind blow and peanuts are falling out. I don't love that. I know the birds are gonna make a mess anyways, but noted. So I only filled this one part way just to watch what the wind's gonna do before I'm here wasting all the bird feed. I'm sure they'll eat it from the ground, but my goal is to be able to catch them from that inside window. So I think it looks great, and let's hope it withstands the wind. So now we're just going to take my bird bath, and I have some tent pegs. I'm going to peg this in the ground on a flatter surface. This is a bit of a hillier area, and fill it with water. So now the bird bath has water. I did have to put it a decent, probably 5-6 feet from the bird feeder, but that's fine. Both are viewable from my inside window. And this is our bird feeding station. I'm so excited. And I hope to catch you guys next time. Both were purchased from Amazon several times. I don't know if they're still available, but I'm sure you can find something in your area. There is some sort of a big hawk, turkey vulture. Oh, it's so hard to capture on my phone, but that bird is huge. I've been having fun watching the larger birds because you don't really see them in town. And twice now, once in the fall and once a couple weeks ago. I never have my phone out and ready when I do see them, but we've been seeing bald eagles. All right, so thanks for tuning in for another video of Abigail Acres. I hope you guys are getting outside, enjoying the spring weather. It's been beautiful this week. I've been in flip-flops every day, which is my natural state of being. But we're in for another cold snap, so I wanted to get out this done while the ground is still thawed before it gets really cold, probably for another couple weeks before we actually start to hit our classic spring weather here in southern Ontario. Bye guys.